Indonesia. Talk about PILKADA. What do you think about PILKADA yesterday? And what is PILKADA in Indonesia already well? Moreover, we know that many problems about PILKADA in our country, right? The example, maybe a problem about profiteering, recording names president by Setia Novanto, you know? Yeah, actually we know that Setia Novanto is one people's representative, so I think that he must have good attitude, but in fact has not. Well guys, how do you think if we can start our debate now? Okay, well, for the first I want from positive team. For the first speaker from positive team, time is yours.
Well, it was great to standing up in front of you all. Thank you very much. Also, I would like to say big thanks for the chairperson, also for the timekeeper who has given a good time for me. And here, as the first speaker, want to welcome the negative team to our debate session today. And I'm, as the first speaker, as always, I would like to give a thoughts. We are happy today to stand in front of you all. And as the first speaker, I want to introduce our member teams first. My name is Rahadian Dimas. I'm 17 years old, and here I would like to give an issue. Also, I would like to talk from the educational side. And goes to second, we have Lutfiana Desmadani. She is 18 years old, and she would like to rebuttal the first negative speaker, also give a statement from economic side. And the last but not the least is our Atrik Diah Ayu Pratiwi. So we'd like to rebuttal the second negative speaker, also give a statement from the security side. So today's motion is about PILKADA Serentak 2015, right? Yes. If we are talking about PILKADA Serentak 2015, I believe that we all are knows about this. Because our government just conducted it 3 days ago, especially on Wednesday, 9th of December 2015. And I believe here all of us have been the selector of PILKADA Serentak 2015. And also, if we are talking about the history of PILKADA, PILKADA was born on June 2005. But before of that, you should know that PILKADA Serentak 2015, why the reason of the government changed this program into PILKADA Serentak, because the government want to build up a good democracy for all of the citizens, for all of the society of Indonesia. And I would like to share 2 statements about democracy from every sources. The first is from Oxford Dictionary, ever stated that democracy is a government in which the supreme power is vested in the people through a system of representation, usually in voting periodically. So it means here, democracy is an important sector for a nation's life, because it can build up a good democracy sector in Indonesia. And goes to second, from J. Larry, a political expert from America, ever said that a country who applied a democracy system is an ideal country. I must state it once again. J. Larry, a political expert from America, ever stated that a country who applied a democracy system is an ideal country because it consists of 4 key elements. And those are, first, a political system for choosing true fair election. And goes to the second, the active participation of the people as citizens in politics and civic life. And goes to the third, protection of the human rights of all of citizens. And the last is a rule of law in which the laws and procedures apply equally to all citizens. And if we are talking about PILKADA Serentak is the right way to build up a good democracy for all of citizens. There are 27 regional who joined this program in PILKADA Serentak 2015 last Wednesday, and those are North Sumatra, West Sumatra, South Sumatra, Lampung, Bangka Belitung, Riau, Banten, East Java, West Java, Central Java, DIY, NTB, NTT, Kalimantan, South Sulawesi, West Sulawesi, North Sulawesi, Southeast Sulawesi, Central Sulawesi, Maluku, North Maluku, Papua and West Papua. So based on that, we can see that PILKADA is the right way to build up a good democracy for humans' life. So here, we from the positive team I, as the first speaker of positive team, want to strongest that PILKADA is a good way to build up a good democracy life, and I would like to give my statement, give my argument from the educational point of view. If you are still remembered from elementary school, we are always learned about civics lesson. You know civics, right? Yes. I believe that you are still remember about the theory of democracy, and then the government sector, and also Luber Judicial theory, even Pancasila and UUD 1945. So based on my statement before, what is the function of PILKADA Serentak 2015? Based on my statement before, here I believe that PILKADA Serentak first is to educate our society. Why I can state it about that? Kompas.com ever stated that PILKADA built a smart society from political zone. They can choose, they can differentiate who is the best leader, who is the bad leaders for their own future life, for the next 5 years. So it means here, PILKADA Serentak 2015 is challenge us as the society to build up a good democracy life, to have a high metaphor, to have a high order thinking still, to choose our best leaders for the next 5 years. And goes to the second, several days ago, I have interviewed my friends who has the first moment in her life choosing the leader. I believe, she's the new of 17 years old, and I asked her how is her feeling in choosing in being the selector for the first time in her life, and she said that she's really very enthusiastic about this program because she can feel that her voice is really, really important for the future's life. And also, can we imagine if we delete a PILKADA Serentak 2015? I should give a statement that there is a lot of bad effect if we delete PILKADA Serentak 2015. I guarantee you have a social media, right? You have a social media? Yes. If you have a social media, you can open Instagram. Anyone have Instagram? Yeah. You can click hashtag PILKADA Serentak 2015. If the negative team still don't believe on our explanation, I will show you up here. We can see here, there is a photos who showed up their violet finger. So here, we can see there are a lot of society who has a good metaphor, who has a good enthusiasm with PILKADA Serentak 2015. And also here, there are a lot of people who is in abroad who give a congratulation for PILKADA Serentak 2015. Especially, there are from Zen Steve, give a statement that congratulations mantan rektorku Bapak Profesor Dr. Andes Haji Nelson Pomalinggo MPD and the Chief Haji Fadli Hasan ST MSES. So here he believe us, they have a lot of enthusiasm about PILKADA Serentak 2015, even from abroad people. And goes to the third, here I would like to give a statement that PILKADA Serentak 2015 give a lot of advantages. Especially, PILKADA Serentak 2015 is let every society to show up a big nationalism. Kinanti Sekar Putri, the chief of KPU Jawa Timur, give a statement that the selector right now increased about 40%. So it means today our PILKADA Serentak 2015 has at least about 80% selector, more biggest than last year. So here, I believe that we all are knows PILKADA Serentak 2015 has given a lot of educational sector, has given a big contribution for educational sector. So in the last of my explanation, I want to build up a paradigm for the negative team that PILKADA Serentak 2015 is a good way to create a good society, to create a smart society that has a high metaphor, that has a high paradigm, that PILKADA Serentak 2015 is a good way and is the right way for choosing the better life. Thank you very much.
The first speaker from the positive team spend time 7 minutes 12 seconds.
Thank you so much for the first speaker from positive team. It's very nice and very strong argument. Well guys, next we can hear the argument from negative team. Well, for first speaker from negative team, time is yours.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you for the timekeeper and the chairperson who give me a time. Hello, good morning, guys.
Morning.
Here, my name is Maya Kardiasari. I am as the first speaker from the negative team. I will deliver my argument about the education for PILKADA Serentak 2015. And the second, we have Wahyu Ramadanti as the second speaker. She will deliver her argument from economic point of view. And the last, the third speaker is Afikriah Ayu Pratiwi. She will deliver her argument from the politic point of view. Well, here, before I deliver my argument or our argument, before it, we will rebuttal from the argument from the first speaker from the affirmative team. Talking about PILKADA Serentak 2015 that conducted in first time in Indonesia. PILKADA Serentak actually has discussed in 2012, but it is actually releasing in 2015. Talking about it, we know that PILKADA Serentak is held without preparation, and of course the result of PILKADA Serentak cannot held perfectly and fluently. In other words, I can say that PILKADA Serentak can be worse. How come? Because there are a lot of mistakes and a lot of obstacles. For example, we know that from the news in seputar Indonesia in 9th of December 2015, there are two news about PILKADA Serentak. The first is in Pematang Siantar. There are a news about one of the candidates who didn't allow to get drug on administration become the winner of PILKADA Serentak. And the citizens who knows about it and blocked the PILKADA Serentak by burning the invitation to go to the TPS of them. And the second, still from seputar Indonesia in edition 9th of December 2015. In Raja Ampat, and there is a problem too. Some of the citizens didn't listed in the DPT, whereas they had been living there in several years. I know that they can still deliver their right to be Democrat, but it is not about it. It is about the official of PILKADA that didn't prepare PILKADA it well. And the second, from seputar Indonesia in edition 10th of December 2015. It comes from Papua. In Manokwari, the news is already told us about the cheating of some unresponsible people. The 300 vote cards is found as a condition broke. It means that the 300 vote cards has been used, and I am sure that the goal of this is make one of the candidates become the winner. So it is clearly bring the azas of liberal journey. So from that example, we can conclude that PILKADA Serentak 3 days ago is a lot of mistakes and a lot of obstacles. And we know that we cannot give the right to be Democrat if there are a lot of mistakes and a lot of obstacles. So here, we as the negative team is standing strong that PILKADA Serentak 3 days ago is give the bad effect for the major of citizens. So the argument from the first speaker from the affirmative team about PILKADA can learn us about democracy is not strong and false. And here, I would like to deliver our argument from the education side. PILKADA is identical with campaign. Campaign is done about several months before PILKADA held. When the time of PILKADA, the candidate will give their mission, their vision, so they can reach the winner when PILKADA. And also, most of their mission is to build the region by doing some effort from outside, like education, health, economic, and infrastructure from education school. For example, they will increasing of APBD, increasing the facility like computer, book, and lab tool. And also to give a place to the education graduate who didn't get a job. From health side, they usually give free clinic door to catch citizen enthusiasm. And from the infrastructure and the economic side, the region or vice region candidate usually give their promises that can influence the society, like build a pathway or build a bridge so the society can to go to everywhere easier. And in an economic, the most given promises is to decrease the tobacco cost. This promise, of course, makes citizens have a big hope when the candidate when the Pemilu and become a region. But in fact, the most region is didn't doing or fulfilling their promises when campaign time. Almost them is just said a lot without doing what had they said. It means that there are no synchronous between the pocket and attitudes. From this bad moral, what can we learn? What can we learn? Maybe you can say that we can learn democracy, and the answer is absolutely not. It teaches the society become bad moral and bad person. And the second bad moral is money politics. We know that money politics is one way to catch the supporter, so the region or the candidate will be win in PILKADA. Money politics had been a tradition during Pemilu, like in Pilpres, Pileg, and PILKADA, included PILKADA 3 days ago. Talking about money politics, we know that there is no real competition without it. Money politics is one of the way of the candidate to get a lot of supporters. Our society had proved that money politics is the most effective way to be the winner of PILKADA. We are shown that the major of the winner of PILKADA is come from high-level economic. For example, in the Serang province, the winner of PILKADA, there is a sister of Ratu Atut Kosia. She is Ratu Tatu Kosia. And then, in the Palu province, the winner is come from entertainer Dea Hidayat and his partner Sigit Purnama Olpasya. Why? The major candidate of PILKADA is from the high-level economic because they have bigger opportunity to do money politics. By money politics, they can buy the vote from citizens. And then, what happened when they become the region? We are sure, although it is just a little, they will do corruption to come back or return their financial capital during PILKADA. And the other side, the candidate who won PILKADA by using money politics, not guaranteeing that they are a good person with good attitude. Nowadays, the biggest issue about Setia Novanto, the chairman of the DPR RI, he was estimated involved in a conversation about PT Freeport Shell with Director President of Freeport, Ma'ruf Syamsuddin, and the businessman Reza Khalid. In that conversation by the witness of Sudirman said, the Minister of Energy and Sumber Daya Minerals, Setia Novanto asset some shares by the name of President and Vice President. So, why the case of Setia Novanto is called Papa Minta Saham case? Setia Novanto is bragging about ethics value. Yeah, as the chairman of the DPR, as the statements, he should give a good example to the citizens. But in the fact, he just used his chair to gain profit just to themselves. It is the real result of the wrong democracy during Pemilu. Because as the DPR member, he so chosen by Pemilu. And we are sure when he did campaign, he just talked about high promises and did money politics. So they can be the member of DPR, moreover, to be the chairman of DPR RI. And we believe that the result of PILKADA serentak with a lot of mistakes and a lot of obstacles is not far from that example. In this society, and especially for the students, to be a liar person, to be a big-mouthed person who just cannot talk without action, and the result, we become immoral person. That's too bad. Not learning democracy we get, but learning to be bad person we get. Refer to our argument, the argument from the first speaker of affirmative team about PILKADA can give democracy education is not strong and false. And so we are sure that PILKADA serentak that conducted 3 days ago will give a bad effect because there are so many obstacles and mistakes that can block the democratic value. And in the other words, we are sure, we are standing strong, and we are 100% believe that the conduct of PILKADA serentak will make to the major of citizens, especially make people become immortal person. Thank you. The first speaker from the negative team spent time 9 minutes 29 seconds.
9 minutes, 29 seconds. Thank you for first speaker from negative teams. It's very good. And she talked about money politics, and I think it's true in our country, right? Well, guys. Hello. Okay, well, next you can hear the argument from positive team again. So for second speaker from positive team, time is yours.
Okay, thank you for the chairperson and thank you for this time to me. My name is Lutfiana Desmadani and second speaker from positive team. Thanks for the first speaker from negative team. Statement that our society right now choose a leader just because there are money politics. But I want to rebuttal our opinion. If we want to take a deep look, our society right now have a good paradigm and they have a high in human resources. And also, every sector has a good program to berjudul in every society. Take an example, in this national election, KPU has a good program for all of society that get a big, if they want to report money politics scandal, they will get a big prize from the committee, and we believe that our society choose the report that receive money politics. So we thought that the negative team does not update about this condition in this area. People in nowadays, after they become diligent. So the problem of money politics happen in almost every place. It is fact. People can cite to the Panwaslu which give to report and send a letter that about money politics in PILKADA. And besides that, and the easy way is we just send a short message that given a report with accurate fact. Ladies and gentlemen, like published in liputan6.com in Tuesday, 8 December 2015, Panwaslu Ponorogo do getting in one of the leader of government in Ponorogo. This getting done by Panwaslu because there are people that side with carry the fact thing as a money 20,000 rupiah and one of piece paper or sticker of the one couple of the candidate. And here I want to explain our argument from the economic side. If we want to take a look national election, give a lot of benefit for the society. Our society economic sector increase in every national election. Why? We know that every national election participant will give promotion to the society by campaign, give souvenir and etc. Let's talk about this one. If national election participant held a campaign by Jalan Santai program, and we know that every society who sell food, drink, snack and etc. will get a big profit. And also national election participants will make a banner to promote their vision and it will be a burden for printing company. And then on the implementation of the campaign, people who follow this event is not possible using diverse clothes. So the organizer of the campaign are already preparing the same t-shirt during the prospective head region. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, on this occasion, the committee must have ordered the t-shirt with a big of the number, so that entrepreneurs making shirt will benefit more as well. Okay, we can imagine if all of the party do that, because every this activity followed by so many people, so many advantage that got by entrepreneurs that makes that t-shirt. Ladies and gentlemen, the economy of the people can increase also just in several days or until 1 month, but it is significant for the money that they get in that period. They can gather than the money for continued day. Out of just several days, but it so gives to good effect of the economic of people. So by this way, it makes a good benefit to increase our economy. Thank you.
The second speaker from the positive team spent time 4 minutes 42 seconds.
Thank you for the second speaker from positive team. Give applause, please, guys. It's good argument, right? Yes. Okay. Well, the next we can hear from negative team. For second speaker from negative team, time to talk your argument.
Okay, thank you for the chairperson and all participants for time that given to me. And now we will give the rebuttal for affirmative team argument about our society economic sector increase in every national election. Okay, so as what Simon Kuznets from Harvard University, who is also best known for his studies about national income and its components, says that economic growth is the increase of capacity in long period and of its country to provide various economic goods for its society. From the definitions, there are three main components in economic growth. First, the increase of output that continuously is a realization of economic growth. Second, the development of technology is basis or precondition for ongoing economical growth continuously. Third, to realize potential growth that contained in new technology, it needs hard connecting structure between institution, attitude, and ideology. So, if we tied the affirmative team argument about our society economic sector increase in every national election with the definition of economic growth itself and the first point before, it is not appropriate. Why? Because as we know that Pilkada serentak is just held in a few days, and in addition, we need long period, we need long time to increase, to grow our economy. Like what Simon Kuznets says before, that economic growth, if a country wants to grow their economy, they need to long period, they need long time, so they can provide various economic goods for its society. So, based on that reason, we believe that Pilkada serentak does not give many effects in economic side. Okay, that's all the rebuttal from our team, and now this is the argument from our team about negative side of Pilkada serentak. See from economic point of view. As we know that spirit of Pilkada serentak that always mentioned by KPU is effective and efficient, but in reality, this Pilkada serentak need much cost, and it consumes until 7 trillion rupiah, as published in Kompas.com on December 10, 2015. Absolutely, this is very contrary with the first purpose of this Pilkada serentak. And do you know why this could be happens? Because as published in detiknews.com, 2015, that 65% PILKADA cost spent to honorarium officers, organizers KPU, KPUD, and Panwaslu that paid based the event. Also, participation of couple single candidate in Pilkada Serentak makes conduction of Pilkada Serentak need much cost because the method is a referendum. Therefore people choose agree and disagree. For example, if there were more disagree, so the Pilkada Serentak will held again in 2017. So it's just waste the fund that recently paid. Moreover, the fund take from APBD. Then what about province that handle more than one Pilkada? Absolutely, it will happen increase cost. Another reason is because Pilkada Serentak are autonomous states and does not depend on APBN. I mean political budget from APBN. Also, for some regency that geographically need more budget to distributing like Papua, Maluku, and North Maluku. Definitely, possibility of increased estimate is open, and this condition can make an inflict financial loss for country. It's just cost that spent by regency organizer. What about cost that take from APBN? Because apparently in this Pilkada, the most campaign like installation of props and the public debate funded by central government. With 269 regency participants, how it didn't take much cost? Absolutely, it takes many costs, so much from APBN. To put the whole things in a nutshell, our team do not agree with Pilkada Serentak because it consumes much cost, not just from APBD but also from APBN. And this event is not appropriate with the first of its self-purpose. Thank you so much.
The second speaker from the negative team spent time 6 minutes 11 seconds.
Thank you for second speaker from negative teams. It's prodigious. Well guys, are you spirit? No? Why? You cannot understand the material, right? Yeah, I know that. I'm too. Well, for the next we can hear the last argument from positive team. Also for the third speaker from positive team, time is yours.
Okay, thank you for the time given to me. I'm Atudio Bramesti as three speaker from positive team will be rebut the second speaker from negative team. Okay, second speaker of negative team said that with Pilkada it cannot increase the economy at all in every place because it needs a long time, and we know that in several days, in short time, it cannot increase our economy in our country because, and we know that it needs a long time too. And now we know that sometimes we can take example. I think that negative speaker not see in the specific thing in the people in surrounding us. Because why? Because a little money that we get from Pilkada Serentak is very useful for us, like for mass media, because mass media can get a lot of money from Pilkada Serentak. And I think that I will rebuttal of the second speaker that if we are talking about APBD and APBD for Pilkada Serentak 2015 has been decreased than the last Pilkada Serentak 2015 has Indonesia Treaty National of Free, and we still conduct that Pilkada Serentak 2015 doesn't throwing a big cause. So if the second negative speaker state that the economy will in the long plan, we will the leader to build the economy sector if we didn't conduct Pilkada Serentak 2015. Can we imagine about that? Okay, and now I'm as three speaker. Second speaker said that compared Pilkada use mass media is improvidence. But I think that before second speaker said the Pilkada is improvidence, we must know the definition of improvidence. Improvidence is use our money for useless, but in here we use our money for something good reason, like for introduce the candidate of the government of region to society. And spend our money in here is very useful. We can look in reality too. For this time, many people don't care and is less in preparation to socialization or to know the candidate or the government of the region. So isn't mass media is very important to help them to know the candidate of the government of the region. So I think that just not for the old man, I think that many teenagers too don't care and don't know about the candidate of the government of the region, and they just know from mass media. And I'm as three speaker from positive team, I will explain my argument from safety side. Pilkada Serentak is conducted together in each region, and we know that if Pilkada Serentak is conducted together in each region, it can make us know that Pilkada is something important for us for know. And from Pilkada Serentak, it has many disturbance, and it can make us feel so worried, and it can. But you have to know, Pilkada Serentak, it can increase the safety in society. Because why? Because of afraid of the disturbance will be deleted in society, the self-security will be increased, the safety in the society. And I'm sorry, you must be thinking, why Pilkada Serentak is more safety? Yes, because Pilkada Serentak is the conducted Pilkada Serentak just for that day, just for one day. So self-security will be prepared all as good as they can do to keep the safety in the society. And each region can take their region to safety. And finally, and we can look to in the approach realization Pilkada Serentak, we can take example like Kapolda Jawa Barat increase the safety with add frequency of patrolling, like in the team success Baswalu host candidate, and it can very useful for us to keep safety in region. Unaffected by the set of cavalry at all, the condition in our country Pilkada will be held. And the personnel of police that keep the safety in society said that 247 TPS in Pilkada Serentak in all of Indonesia need 197,000 person and helped by 1,000 personnel of the TNI. And from Pilkada Serentak, the cadre of BIN or Badan Intelijensi Negara said that they increase their personnel of BIN to anticipation safety in the society because the argument is not big English. Okay, I think that's all for my speaking, and thank you.
The last speaker from the positive team spent time 6 minutes.
Thank you for third speaker from positive teams. Guys, now we can hear the last argument from negative team. So also for third speaker from negative team, times 2. to talk your argument. I want to rebuttal the third speaker of positive team. The third speaker of positive team said that to keep, I disagree because the third speaker said that to keep the safety of PILKADA, there is a self-security that can manage this accident so it can be safe. But we must think that like a police and etc. But beside of that, we must think how much that the self-security that provide in each place. Well, we should know that the self-security provide only 15 in the sub-district and 30 in the district and 100 in the province. So, and beside of that, we also think about how much that TPS in each place that we can use in our country and also in sub-district. Is that balanced with the self-security that provide? Well, it is definitely not effective to keep the safety with just several candidates of self-security. With the less of self-security, it also is not effective to keep, it is not guaranteed to keep the safety of PILKADA. And because of the less of self-security, the candidate of security, and it is not guaranteed to keep the safety. Well, that as we know, there is so many unexpectedly accidents that happen in PILKADA. For example, imagine that, you can imagine, ladies and gentlemen, if there is 100 personnel in the province, but there are more than 100 TPU that we use in every place, it is absolutely not balanced. And the second is, the third speaker said that the socialization of PILKADA only in mass media, and the old people doesn't know about it because the old people don't know about the technology. But actually, in nowadays, the socialization of PILKADA always held not only in mass media but also in every place, even in sub-district. So we believe that from negative team, all of the people, the young people, the old people also know about this socialization. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to explain my argument about PILKADA in political side. Ladies and gentlemen, PILKADA in political side can give the worst effect. And the question is, can the self-security manage this accident? Well, absolutely not at all. Because PILKADA serentak or PILKADA in one day is only won by one party or one candidate. And it can give appearing a conflict between the supporter of the candidate or the supporter of the party. It conflict may come from the leader of the party, the lost party. Sometimes the lost party doesn't receive their loss, so they make a conflict with the leader of the winning party. And the example, ladies and gentlemen, and it is the fact that in 1996 there is a conflict between the supporter of Megawati Soekarno Putri and also the supporter of Suryadi. It is the conflict called with the name Kuda Tuli or Kerusuhan 27 Juli. It is so cruel, ladies and gentlemen. So many wounded in the fire, 5 people died, 149 people in injured, and 136 people in the cell. And now we can imagine that how is the back effect that given by PILKADA. Not only that, PILKADA also given the worst effect in our political side, but also in our peoples. We can see that in nowadays, PILKADA 5 days ago, we know that all of the people, there is a conflict between the supporter of the candidate of PILKADA. They are become not friendly. And the worst effect, the more worst effect is when the candidate do money politics and our people, several of our people doesn't receive money, they become not follow the PILKADA or not choose the candidate. It is very bad, ladies and gentlemen. And when they not receive the money, they become unfriendly with another supporter of the candidate of PILKADA. And when one party win, another party is lost. So the lost party is always rebut the win of party. So it can make our government in Indonesia become bad, and sometimes it cannot be controlled. So ladies and gentlemen, so we from negative team, we believe that 100% sure that the PILKADA in nowadays is not effective and give a bad effect effect in politically in Indonesia because it can appear a conflict between the supporter of PILKADA. Thank you.
The last speaker from the negative team spent time 4 minutes 57 seconds.
Thank you so much for the last speaker from negative teams. And now we can hear replay argument from the second team here. But guys, now I want to hear your voice, please. Say hi, please. Say hi, please. Are you feel sleepy? Yeah, I know that. Well, now we can hear the replay argument from negative team first. So for replay speaker from negative team, time is yours.
Well, thank you to the chairperson and the timekeeper who give me a time. Here I am as the replay speaker from the negative team will deliver the sum of our argument. Here we as the negative team standing strong, we are 100% believe and we are sure that PILKADA serentak is give too many bad effect from the citizens because we have an actual reason like this. The first is from education side. It makes us become immoral person because of money politics and just campaign time that just give promise but there is no action in real. And also by doing PILKADA that has a lot of mistakes and obstacles, we didn't learning good democracy but we just learning about how to be the immoral person. And the second, from the economic side, PILKADA serentak consumes much cost, not just from APBD but also from APBN. And this event is very do not appropriate with the first of itself future. And the third, from political side, the safe security is not effective to keep the safety of PILKADA serentak because the candidate of security is just a little bit. And also because of PILKADA serentak, it gives a conflict or a silence in party or in our people, especially in our government. So here we are standing strong that our argument is strong and our argument is true. And also we are standing strong that the argument from the affirmative team is not strong and false. For example, from the education side, the first speaker said that PILKADA serentak from the list of the government is not proper to delete PILKADA serentak is not proper to the citizens, but it is not about it. We didn't say that delete PILKADA serentak, but we said that we disagree with the system of it. So the first speaker of affirmative team didn't get our argument clearly. And the second, from the economic side, the second speaker from the affirmative team said that one of the program of KPU is give a prize to some people who report the money politics to KPU. And how many the presentation of the people who report to KPU when they got money politics than the people who just keep silent and accept that money? We are sure that it don't reach under 5%. It means that in Indonesia, especially when PILKADA serentak, money politics still a tradition. And also the second speaker just give one example. It cannot support her argument, so the argument is absolutely not strong. And the last, affirmative team said that PILKADA serentak doesn't spend many costs, but in the real, we know that PILKADA serentak spend many costs from APBN and APBD. And also, the team doesn't give the example of it. The example that some province or some regency that didn't use a lot of money to conduct the PILKADA serentak. And once again, that argument is not strong because it is no example of it. So here, we are come from the negative team. We believe we are standing strong and be sure that The argument from the affirmative team is false, not strong, and useless. And we are the negative team standing so that our argument about PILKADA serentak will give the best effect for the citizens is strong and is true. Thank you.
The replay speaker from the negative team spent time 4 minutes 16 seconds.
Thank you for replay speaker from negative teams. Give applause, please. It's very hot debate. And the next we can hear replay argument from positive team. Well, for replay speaker from positive team, time is yours.
Well, I would like to say the thanks again for the chairperson, also for the timekeeper. And here, as the replay speaker, want to state it. I also want to explain. If the negative team stated that PILKADA serentak 2015 has a lot of disadvantages, like they stated before, the first thing that we want to state it here, are the negative team don't read the update newspaper. Are the negative team don't update a news portal. Here, KPU has a lot of good program to resolve this problem. First, KPU give an educational for politics sector of our society because they can join a good program. They can give a good program for every society to learn a politics side. And goes to the second, for destroyed surat suara, KPU change and protect surat suara by plastic. And goes to the third, for society who are not listed in DPT, KPU give a solution that they can register themselves on the 9th of December 2015. And also the last, and we should know that Joko Widodo, our president, is really impressed in KPU also because it has a lot of good program to resolve money politics scandals. And I believe it's like undelicious food to talk here in front of you all because today's debate is like beating a dead dogs. The negative team doesn't know a good an update portal, an update news because it consists a lot of old fact. And we can open KPU website who just update a world news, a world program to socialize with the citizens. So we still conduct here that PILKADA consists 2015 give an advantages for educational sector, society, economic sector, and give a good safety for citizens. And also that you should know, and if the third negative speaker stated that KPU that every police of every safety standard in every TPS just 100 personnel in every province. The statement is wrong because why? KPU have a good preparation, a coordination with Kepolisian Republik Indonesia. There are at least one police and one security in every TPS across Indonesia. And we can imagine that the third negative speaker give a bad statement, give a wrong statement to all of us here. So here, we from the positive team consists of me, Rahadia Dimas, and also Lutfiana Desmadani, and the third is Atrik Diah Ayu Pramesti consists that PILKADA serentak 2015 has a lot of advantages for us and has a good statement for us as a society for Indonesia. And the negative team give a lot of bad statement, give a lot of an old fact that give for us as a society. Thank you very much.
The replay speaker from the positive team spent time 2 minutes 50 seconds.
Thank you for replay speaker from positive team. I love your spirit, right? Yeah, okay. Well guys, with the end of argument from replay speaker from positive team, it means that our debate today is finished. And from this debate, we can conclude if PILKADA teaching many knowledge for other people actually about honestly and fairly, right? And then the last for me, actually we must fair in our life, but we must choose the best for our life. And then well guys, don't forget, now collect your vaccine in 1 minute. 12 cents 1 in Hera, 12 cents 2 in Rizky, 12 cents 3 in Octin, 12 cents 4 in Norma, 12 cents 5 in Indah, and then the last 12 cents 6 in Fabi. Now, 1 minute. Start for now.
Ini apa Mbak ini?
Well guys, don't forget, before you collect your work in your French, you must give your work to Mrs. Ririn, right? And then, so I think that's all for me and all of the participants here. Want to say thank you very much for your attention. See you next time, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. For second speaker and for second team, shake hands together please. Guys, from Mrs. Ririn, she give you time 1 minute to collect your work.
1 minute only.
Just 1 minute.
I am finished, ma'am. I want to go home. Here.
I would like to say thank you very much for all debater here. Yeah, the situation in SMAN Ponorogo is really hot right now because, yeah, it means that you are very enthusiastic in this debate and you can do this debate very good, very well. Hopefully it is useful for your time. And here I would like to ask something to the audience here. Hello, Linda, Jenny, come here then. Jenny, come here then. Yeah. Jenny, if you look this debate right now, this time, what do you think about this performance?
For us, it's a good performance in this day. Okay. Because the preparation very carefully and have a motivation for debate in this Saturday now.
Okay, thank you. And hello from 12 sign 4. There are my Sarah. Get out and sudah, yeah. Get out please. Here, show your voice. Come on. Yeah, come on. Radia, is this motion very good for you? You look very enthusiastic. Yeah, you show your power here. That you believe that you are the winner of this debate. But I don't know whether the audience decide your team is the winner or not. Sudah? Get out please. Yeah, sudah. 1 minute, come on. Ya, sudah. Give your opinion about this debate today.
Both of them is have very strong argument, and
according to you, who is the winner of this debate?
I think it's positive.
Positive, why?
Both of them is a strong argument, and yeah, positive team is that example.
Yeah. Okay. We of course we don't have comment about the speaker. Yeah. We would like to know your argument about our beautiful master of ceremony and timekeeper here.
Yeah, it's very confident because yes, absolutely very beautiful. Yes, both of them.
No problem.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, enough. Please, come on. Collect your work. 12 sign 1 to Hera. Sign 2 Rizky. Sign 3 to Optin. And then sign 4 to Norma. And then sign 5 to Indah. And then sign 6 to Baby. Then
9, 8, 7. Back to your seat.